Speaking to that point exactly, Mr. Anthony, the fuel is perhaps the Archimedes point of this war. It will all come down to this, and we do hear those Hail Mary calls that there is no fuel, and yet proof today that Hamas is still engaged in stealing it. No other way to put it.
Yeah, there's absolutely no truth to the idea that there's a shortage of fuel. Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant is updated about that particular issue on a daily basis. Why is he updated on that issue? Why does the Minister of Defense make a point of being briefed on that? Because his counterpart in the United States, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, has telephoned him to repeatedly emphasize, number one, that activities be undertaken in a manner in accordance with international humanitarian law, as though anybody needs to lecture, incidentally, the State of Israel on how that's done. We do that regularly and often, unfortunately, as we're brought into these conflicts. But second...
And yet it is good that there's a constant American monitoring on cooperation, because time will come and answers will have to be provided, and there you have an extra kosher stamp, if you will.
It's very good. It's very positive. And of course, it's very easy to give lip service to the idea of humanitarian aid and the supply of fuel and so on and so forth, while still giving full backing to the military operation that's taking place there. I do want to say one thing, though, about the access or the giving of humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip. Let's remember our first humanitarian cause here. Our first humanitarian cause is to get our hostages back from inside the Gaza Strip. And I think, and I'm not the only voice that thinks this, Israel should be pounding its fist on the table and saying, if there's humanitarian aid going in, there are hostages coming back out. Those are our conditions. You want food, you want aid, you want fuel even, dare I say it? We want our hostages back. And we really need to emphasize that anything going into the Gaza Strip is conditioned upon a humanitarian gesture, namely hostages coming back.
Yeah, again, Israel, perhaps the only country on this planet that has to be sorry when it is protecting itself, had to apologize. We do want to